So you want to build a real estate team. Easy. Just post an Instagram story that says now hiring rock stars and wait for the flood of high performing agents to blow up your inbox. Except they don't. And the one guy who does message you, he's brand new, unlicensed, and wants 100% split. Let's fix that. If you're trying to grow a real estate team the smart way, not just throwing job posts into the void, hit that subscribe button. I'm going to break down exactly what works step by step. All right. So if you ever posted looking for 5 hungry agents who want to crush it in 2025 and wondered why nobody replied, this video is for you. I'm Sunil Agrawal. Today, I lead one of the top real estate teams in the country, but I didn't get here recruiting rock stars from day one. I started out throwing spaghetti at the wall. Vague ads, desperate DMs, zero systems. Spoiler alert, most of it didn't stick. Some agents stuck around and became top producers. Others that disappeared faster than a Facebook lead at 6 p.m. on a Friday. But after a lot of trial and error and bruises to my ego, I learned the hard lessons. And now I'm sharing them with you so you don't make the same mistakes that I did. And if you stick around to the end, I'll tell you about the time I tried to recruit somebody I thought I had won over. Turns out I merely sold the deal, not the vision. That one failure taught me exactly what not to do and that the split alone does not seal the deal. Quick question. Have you ever tried to recruit someone and it totally flopped? They ghosted you or joined and then vanished 2 weeks later? Drop a yes in the comments if that's ever happened to you. Let's be honest. Most team leaders don't have a recruiting problem, they have a retention problem. Agents join and then disappear. Why? Because the pitch was vague, the onboarding was non existent, and the team felt more like a landing page than an actual system. And here's the kicker: every agent you lose costs you tens of thousands of dollars in lost production, wasted time, and reputation. Now, that's not just a recruiting fail, that's a business leak. Let's walk through some of the reasons why your recruiting pitch ends up failing and how to fix it. Reason number one: they pitch features, not outcomes. Most recruiting pitches sound like a software sales page. We've got a CRM, we provide leads, we offer training, we have Slacks. Cool, so does everyone else. You know what agents really want? A predictable path to closings, a team where they don't feel like a burden for asking simple questions, a system where they can grow, not just survive. Look, I used to lead with all the features too. One time an agent asked, "So what happens when I join?" I gave them a 10-minute rundown of all the different systems. He said, "Yeah, but what happens to me?" I didn't have an answer. That agent joined another team and did very well. So stop selling the tools. Start selling the transformation. Show agents what their life looks like after they join your team. Fewer late nights, more accepted offers, real mentorship. Features don't close agents, outcomes do. Reason number two: they recruit like they're casting a reality show. Some team leaders recruit the loudest, flashiest agents on Instagram. They're building the next season of Selling Sunset. They chase charisma over character, followers over follow through. And guess what happens? You build a team of drama, not producers. I have brought on agents purely because they had strong personal brands, or so we thought. It basically meant that they posted gym selfies with inspirational quotes. A few months in, they'd closed very few deals, started a group chat complaining about leads, and asked me if we could get branded hoodies before they had a single contract in escrow. Recruit for alignment, not attention. You want agents who are coachable, collaborative, and clear on their goals, not someone who just wants their name on the team banner. Because a real team isn't just a cool photo opportunity. Reason number three: they don't set expectations. A lot of leaders bring in agents with the softest pitch imaginable. We're super chill, no pressure, do what feels right. We're like a family. Cool. So now no one knows what the hell to do. And when people fail, you're the bad guy, even though you never gave them a roadmap in the first place. I once told a new recruit, just plug into what we're doing and you'll be fine. They showed up once a week, didn't prospect, didn't train, and when they missed a deal by forgetting to follow up, they blamed me. Their exact words: "You said I'd be fine." You need to define success, timelines, and support. Tell new agents, here's what the first 30 days looks like. Here's what I expect from you, and here's what you can expect from me. If you're not clear, don't be surprised when people drift. Have you ever had a recruiting convo where halfway through you realized this person is not it, but you kept going anyways because you didn't want to be rude? Hit like if you've ever recruited someone just because they were breathing and had a license. Like. Reason number four, they copy other teams instead of building their own. Too many team leaders try to shortcut success by copying the top coach pitch. Join our culture of collaboration, build generational wealth, unlock your 7-figure blueprint. It sounds impressive until you realize the pitch has nothing to do with what you actually offer. I once copied some parts of a pitch from a big name guru. I slapped it on a fancy graphic, ran some ads, and waited for applications to roll in. I got a few bites, but every single agent that showed up wanted things I wasn't offering. I wasn't recruiting, I was misleading, and it totally backfired. Build a pitch around your real strengths. Do you offer hands on mentorship, warm leads, actual time saving systems? Say that. Skip the recycled buzzwords and craft a message that reflects who you are, how you lead, and what your agents will actually get. Because when you try to attract everyone, you attract no one. If you're serious about growing your team and you're tired of spray and pray recruiting posts that get zero traction, I've got you. I've put together a free resource, the 27-point recruiting checklist. It's the exact framework I use to go from chasing agents to attracting the right ones. Reason number five, they lower the bar to fill seats. Some team leaders think that any warm body with a license is worth recruiting. They treat it like a numbers game. The more agents, the better. But the wrong hire costs way more than no hire at all. One toxic or lazy agent can derail parts of your culture, drain your time, and turn off the producers you actually want to keep. I once brought on a guy because he knew a lot of people, seemed like a walking database. Turns out he also knew how to gossip, miss meetings, and suck the life out of a group chat. Morale dipped and producers started to question stuff, while I was spending more time doing damage control on his social media than running the friggin' team. When he left, the group vibe instantly lifted, like someone cracked a window after a week in a stinky room. Set a recruiting bar and stick to it. Look at mindset, habits, responsiveness. Ask yourself, would I want 5 more just like this person? If the answer is no, don't do it. You're not running a halfway house for inactive agents. You're building a business with real standards. Reason number 6, they treat recruiting like a one-time event. Some team leaders recruit like it's a seasonal sale. They post a few ads in January, do a couple coffee meetings, and then go silent for the rest of the year. That's not a strategy. That's wishful thinking. I used to think I should only recruit when someone quit or when I was feeling behind in my goals. I would scramble, slap together a quick job post, maybe DM a few agents. The point is, I was always reactive, never proactive, and it showed in the kind of people I brought in. Recruiting is a pipeline, not a panic button. You need weekly activity, nurture your warm leads, create valuable content, follow up with past conversations, and constantly refine your pitch. Just like lead gen for clients, it's consistency that wins, not desperation. I remember this one agent, sharp, high producing, sounded like a dream team member. We met at my office and I came in hot. I pitched the split, the leads, the support. I laid it all out like the menu at the friggin' Cheesecake Factory. He smiled, nodded, and never called me back. A few weeks later, I saw him announce he joined another team in town. When I hit him up and asked him why, he said, they just felt more aligned with how I wanted to grow. That's when it hit me. I sold the deal. They sold the vision. Lesson learned. If the only thing you're leading with is your split, you're not leading anything. So if your pitch still includes the words, DM me if you're hungry, you're not recruiting, you're repelling. Agents aren't looking for hype, they're looking for help. If you want people to join your team, show them a real reason, a roadmap, real support, proof you actually have their back, not just their commission split. Recruiting isn't selling a dream, it's offering a foundation. All right, let's recap the biggest mistakes that send great agents running. No systems. You brought them in without a plan, so they're walking out that same door. No support. They didn't need cheerleaders, they needed coaching. No filter. You recruited whoever was breathing, and now your team's a mess. No clarity. Your pitch was all noise, no offer. No structure. You promised freedom, delivered confusion. No trust. Your vibe screamed commission hungry, not culture driven. If you're doing any of these, agents feel it. Fix them, And you don't just recruit agents, you retain them. Look, everything I've shown you here is just the tip of the iceberg. If you want the full recruiting playbook, how I find the right agents, plug them into a system, and turn them into producers, I laid it all out in my upcoming book, Team Leader Secrets. Join the waitlist, the link's in the description. If you're building a real estate team, this channel is for you with real advice. So hit subscribe and turn on that bell so you don't miss the next one. Because next up, what Netflix gets wrong about running a real estate team. Spoiler, selling sunset is not a business model. See you next time.